One of the things, and I don't, I'm worried that by phrasing this question inelegantly, I might sound as if I'm belittling the suffering of the Cambodians, or I am not properly paying homage to the arts. But bear with me here. So these days, with coronavirus and the quarantine and the isolation, the arts community in particular has been very, very badly hit in terms of income, in terms of earnings. And its recovery hasn't really been prioritized by the government. And that's, you see similar things in governments across the world right now, where, writers, comedians, artists, illustrators, painters, everyone, poets, playwrights, they're not seen as essentials. Yet, when Cambodia came out of the killing fields, an entire generation of intelligentsia had been destroyed, artists had been destroyed, writers had been destroyed, critical thinking had been destroyed. And one of the first things, it seems to me, that people started to try to endeavor to recreate was art. Why is that? Why is there that importance and value that we sometimes forget when it comes down to things like money crunching?
Well, look, art is how we make sense of things. The word expression actually has the prefix ex, which means out. When you go to the Greek island of Ithaca, where my wife's family comes from, and I love going to this island, you don't say cheers, you say exo, tavasana, outside with my problems, which is a wonderful way to toast people. And so expression means getting it out. And I think all artists across the board, whether they're musicians or they're songwriters or they're writers or theatre workers, performers, I think they cotton on to the fact that first you get it out, and in getting it out, you begin to work it out. And certainly that's something I discovered at a young age when I was at home and there was a lot of tension in the house. And I had to learn how to deal with this disturbance, this detention, which had echoes of another genocide. And I discovered that just by going to my bedroom and sitting down and beginning to write, somehow it started to just come out. And since then, I think I've been able to engage with that creative spirit wherever I go. And I think that's what happened in Cambodia. I mean, after all, I was with writers. And one of the interesting things with Cambodia is that the major art form, I think, is songwriting. The love of music is profound, and and there are many prolific songwriters, and that's often the medium, I think, through which they communicate best and in the most subtle way.
That same drive to create art